Welcome to Book Buzz reviews and summaries. In a world where we are constantly bombarded by the pressures of perfection, the expectations of others, and the relentless pursuit of success, Kristina Kuzmic's Hold On, But Don't Hold Still offers a refreshing, honest, and hilarious look at the messiness of life. This book is not just another self-help guide or a series of feel-good stories. It is a celebration of the chaos that often defines our existence, and a reminder that we don't have to have it all figured out to be worthy of love, joy, and success. Kuzmic, known for her viral social media presence and unapologetically real approach to motherhood and life's challenges, invites readers into her world with vulnerability and humor. Her voice is one that resonates deeply because it feels like the conversation you've always wanted to have with a best friend. The rawness of her stories, the struggles, the failures, and the triumphs, invites us all to find the courage to embrace our imperfections, take risks, and most importantly, to laugh at ourselves along the way. The title of the book itself, Hold On, But Don't Hold Still, speaks volumes. It's a message that is both empowering and liberating. It acknowledges the difficulty of navigating life's stormy waters, but it also reminds us that while we must hold on to our values, our loved ones, and our dreams, we can't afford to stay stagnant. Life is a journey, and in order to truly experience its beauty, we must allow ourselves to move through it with openness, flexibility, and humor. This book isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving in the mess of it all, and that requires motion, growth, and a healthy dose of perspective. As you turn the pages of Hold On, But Don't Hold Still, you'll find that Kuzmic's words are as much about self-compassion as they are about resilience. The challenges she faces are the same ones we all do. Whether it's the struggle of being a mother in today's world, navigating the intricacies of relationships, or simply trying to maintain some semblance of personal identity in the midst of a demanding life. Her approach isn't to sugarcoat the truth or offer easy answers, but to shine a light on the importance of embracing the journey as it unfolds, no matter how messy or imperfect it may be. Each chapter of this book feels like an invitation to take a breath, let go of the pressure to be perfect, and allow yourself the freedom to laugh, cry, and grow through it all. There is no rush to get it right here, just a reminder that we are all works in progress, figuring things out one step at a time. Kristina Kuzmic's storytelling is an art form in itself. She masterfully weaves humor with profound insights, making the most difficult moments feel lighter and the smallest victories feel monumental. Her wit is sharp, her observations are spot on, and her ability to turn life's most challenging moments into sources of laughter and reflection is nothing short of remarkable. In one of the most powerful sections of the book, Kuzmic opens up about her own struggles with identity, motherhood, and the pressure to meet societal expectations. She takes the reader on a journey through her vulnerabilities, showing that even those who appear to have it all together are often just as uncertain and lost as the rest of us. It's a powerful reminder that we are not alone in our struggles, and that the act of sharing our stories can be both healing and transformative. There's a beauty in the mess, Kuzmic argues, and it's this mess that allows us to grow, learn, and ultimately find our way. Whether she's discussing the chaos of raising kids, navigating friendships, or dealing with her own personal setbacks, she teaches us that it's not about having it all under control. It's about learning how to dance with life's unpredictable rhythm, even when we feel like we're stumbling. What makes this book so captivating is that it speaks to everyone. It's not just for moms, although they will certainly find solace in her words. It's not just for women, although her perspective is undeniably powerful for women of all ages. It's a book for anyone who has ever felt overwhelmed by life's demands, unsure of how to keep moving forward, or simply in need of a reminder that it's okay to not have it all figured out. It's a book for the imperfect, for those who have ever questioned their worth, their choices, or their path. It's a book for anyone who is searching for a way to hold on without losing themselves in the process. The advice in Hold On, but Don't Hold Still is both universal and deeply personal. Kuzmic doesn't preach or lecture. Instead, she shares her experiences and insights with authenticity, allowing readers to draw their own conclusions and apply her lessons to their own lives. The beauty of this approach is that it doesn't force anyone into a box or tell them how they should be living their life. It simply offers a guiding light in the form of humor, empathy, and a willingness to be vulnerable. As you read, you'll find yourself nodding along, laughing out loud, and even tearing up at moments of profound truth. You'll see yourself in her stories and realize that you are not alone in your journey. Kuzmic's writing encourages us to find strength in our struggles, to laugh through our tears, and to keep going even when we don't feel like we have the energy to take another step. One of the most poignant messages in the book is the idea that life is not about finding the perfect formula for happiness or success. It's about being present in each moment, embracing the highs and the lows, and continuing to move forward, even when it feels like everything is falling apart. Kuzmic's stories of resilience, vulnerability, and perseverance serve as a reminder that we are all capable of more than we think, and that even in our darkest moments, there is always room for growth, healing, and joy. Hold On, but Don't Hold Still isn't just a book to read, it's a book to experience. It's a book that invites you to sit with your discomfort, to confront your fears, and to find the courage to keep going, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. And most importantly, it's a book that reminds you that it's okay to not have everything figured out. Life is messy, and that's exactly what makes it beautiful. In a world that often demands perfection, Kristina Kuzmic's Hold On, but Don't Hold Still is a refreshing and much-needed antidote. It's a celebration of imperfection, a call to embrace the chaos of life, and an invitation to laugh, cry, and grow through it all. Whether you're facing a tough day, a challenging season, or simply need a reminder that it's okay to be human, this book will meet you exactly where you are and help you find the strength, humor, and wisdom to keep moving forward. Because at the end of the day, life is not about holding on to control. It's about learning how to hold on while letting go of the need for perfection. And in that, we find freedom. We find the courage to keep moving, even when we don't know what's coming next. We find the strength to hold on, but not hold still. Hold On, but Don't Hold Still is more than just a book. It's a guide to living a life that is messy, imperfect, and beautiful in all its raw, unfiltered glory. It's a book that will make you laugh, cry, and most importantly, remind you that no matter where you are in life, you are not alone. So, go ahead, hold on, but don't hold still. The journey is just beginning. Introduction: A life of imperfection and humor. In the introduction to Hold On, but Don't Hold Still, Kristina Kuzmic opens with a candid and humorous exploration of the unpredictable journey of life, motherhood, and personal growth. She acknowledges the chaos and messiness that often accompany raising children, navigating relationships, and finding one's purpose, but encourages readers to embrace imperfection. With her trademark humor, Kuzmic invites readers to laugh with her as she shares the lessons she has learned along the way. The overarching message of the book is that life doesn't have to be perfect to be meaningful, and it's okay to hold on through tough times without feeling the need to hold everything perfectly still. Chapter 1: The Journey to Self-Acceptance. Kuzmic kicks off her journey by reflecting on her own struggles with self-doubt and perfectionism. She shares how she was always trying to meet external expectations, whether from her family, society, or herself. Her quest for perfection, however, often led to burnout and frustration. This chapter is a love letter to self-acceptance, where Kuzmic encourages women, and mothers in particular, to stop striving for an unattainable ideal and instead embrace their authentic selves. The chapter is filled with humor as she shares stories of her own awkward moments and embarrassing missteps. These experiences serve as a backdrop for her larger message, that imperfection is not only acceptable, it's part of the beauty of life. She encourages readers to hold on during tough times, but not to hold still in their personal growth. Because, as Kuzmic explains, life is about progress, not perfection. Chapter 2, Expecting the Unexpected. This chapter delves into the unpredictable nature of life, especially as a mother. Kuzmic shares her own stories of becoming a mother and the unexpected challenges she faced along the way. Whether it was dealing with a child's tantrum, trying to balance career and motherhood, or simply facing the exhaustion of daily life, she learned that things rarely go as planned. Kuzmic suggests that instead of resisting the chaos, mothers should learn to embrace the unexpected moments as they come. This chapter is all about being flexible and resilient, learning to adapt, and finding humor in the most trying situations. Her takeaways? Don't stress when life veers off course, because it will. Instead, be present and adjust to what's in front of you, whether it's a spilled cup of juice or a child's emotional breakdown. Chapter 3, The Supermom Myth. Kuzmic takes on the myth of the supermom in this chapter, dismantling the societal pressure that women feel to do it all and be it all. She challenges the idea that mothers need to be perfect, organized, and constantly giving of themselves. Instead, she advocates for authenticity, encouraging mothers to acknowledge their flaws, set boundaries, and ask for help. This chapter is a call to action for women to redefine what it means to be a good mother and to stop chasing after an unrealistic, one-dimensional image of perfection. It's okay to not be perfect. In fact, it's more than okay, it's liberating. Kuzmic urges mothers to accept that they don't need to do it all, and that it's okay to lean on others and take breaks. Chapter 4, The Power of Saying No. Kuzmic tackles a common issue for mothers, saying no. She acknowledges that many women struggle with guilt when they set boundaries, especially when it comes to their children, family, or work. However, in this chapter, she reveals the power that lies in saying no. By prioritizing your own needs, you allow yourself the energy and focus to be present for the people and things that truly matter. Kuzmic reflects on how saying no, rather than feeling like a failure, is actually an act of self-respect and self-care. She shares personal stories of times when she had to turn down invitations, work projects, or social obligations in order to protect her mental and emotional health. The core message here is that saying no isn't selfish. It's an important practice for maintaining your well-being and staying grounded in your values. Chapter 5, The Importance of Asking for Help. In this chapter, Kuzmic delves into the importance of asking for help, something that many women, especially mothers, struggle with. She explains that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of strength and wisdom. No one can do everything alone, and seeking assistance allows mothers to be better versions of themselves for their families. Kuzmic uses humor and vulnerability to share her own experiences of asking for help, including moments when she had to swallow her pride and admit that she couldn't do it all. She advocates for building a support system, whether it's through family, friends, or professional resources, and encourages mothers to be kind to themselves when they seek help. The key takeaway here is that asking for help is a form of self-compassion, not an admission of failure. It's about acknowledging that we're human and humans need support. Chapter 6, Rediscovering Your Own Identity. Kuzmic talks about the often overlooked aspect of motherhood, the struggle to maintain a sense of self. She reflects on how easy it is for mothers to become consumed by their roles as caretakers and to forget about their own passions and desires. In this chapter, she offers insight on how to rediscover your own identity apart from your children and how doing so can make you a better parent. Through a series of personal anecdotes, Kuzmic shares how she reconnected with her creativity, her sense of humor, and her independence, and how these elements helped her become a more balanced and fulfilled mother. The key here is self-awareness, taking the time to reconnect with who you are outside of motherhood in order to maintain a sense of wholeness. She encourages mothers to nurture their own interests, whether it's by carving out time for hobbies, socializing, or taking time for reflection. By prioritizing their own well-being, mothers not only improve their own lives, but also model healthy behaviors for their children. Chapter 7. Laughing Through the Struggles. Humor is a running theme throughout Kuzmic's book, and this chapter focuses on how laughter can be a powerful tool for managing stress, navigating difficult emotions, and building resilience. She explains how laughter helps reduce tension and gives mothers the ability to navigate chaos with a lighter heart. Through hilarious personal stories, Kuzmic illustrates how humor has been her saving grace in tough situations, whether it's a toddler tantrum or a relationship hurdle. She argues that laughter is not just a coping mechanism. It's an essential part of a balanced, healthy life. Kuzmic emphasizes the importance of finding joy even in the darkest moments and encourages mothers to laugh at themselves, embrace the absurdity of life, and look for the humor in everyday challenges. Chapter 8. Finding Peace in the Chaos. Kuzmic addresses the challenge of finding inner peace amid the chaos of everyday life. She acknowledges that peace often feels elusive, especially when juggling family, work, and personal responsibilities. However, she proposes that mothers can cultivate peace by embracing mindfulness, letting go of perfectionism, and accepting the natural rhythms of life. This chapter is a reflection on how peace isn't about creating a perfect environment. It's about finding calm within the messiness of life. Kuzmic encourages readers to take time for themselves, engage in moments of silence, and practice gratitude. She suggests that even in the midst of busyness, it's possible to carve out pockets of peace that help restore balance. Chapter 9. Letting Go of the Guilt. In this chapter of Hold On, But Don't Hold Still focuses on the pervasive feeling of guilt that many mothers carry. Kuzmic emphasizes that guilt is often self-imposed and unnecessary. She encourages mothers to let go of the guilt surrounding their choices and actions, especially when they've made decisions that are in their best interests or the best interests of their families. Through stories of her own experiences, Kuzmic shows how she learned to release guilt, prioritize her needs, and make decisions that align with her values. She emphasizes that guilt doesn't serve anyone, and by releasing it, mothers can live more freely and authentically. Chapter 10. Embracing the Beauty of Change. In this chapter, Kuzmic addresses the inevitability of change and the emotional toll it can take on mothers. Life is always in flux, whether it's a change in a child's development, a shift in a relationship, or a career transition. Kuzmic encourages readers to stop resisting change and instead embrace it as an opportunity for growth. She shares personal stories about how change, although uncomfortable at times, has always led to positive transformations. This chapter is about reframing our perspective on change. Kuzmic explains that while change may feel unsettling, it can lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our families. Rather than holding on to the past or the way things used to be, Kuzmic urges mothers to stay flexible and open to the unfolding chapters of life. Growth, both personal and familial, is often messy, and it requires embracing the unknown with courage and trust. The key lesson here: adaptability is a superpower. Chapter 11. The Impact of Your Words. Kuzmic takes a deep dive into the power of language and how words, whether spoken or unspoken, can profoundly affect our relationships, especially with our children. She shares how she has consciously shifted her communication style to be more intentional and positive, while also teaching her children to speak with kindness, self-respect, and honesty. In this chapter, readers learn about the lasting effects of both constructive and destructive language. Kuzmic reflects on how words shape our sense of self and how words of encouragement can uplift, while words of criticism can leave lasting scars. She stresses the importance of speaking life-affirming words to ourselves and others, and how choosing to speak positively impacts the home environment. One of the key takeaways is that words are powerful tools. They can either uplift or tear down, and being mindful of the words we use with our children is crucial in shaping their self-esteem and future relationships. Chapter 12. Building Strong Foundations with Your Kids. In this chapter, Kuzmic turns her attention to the relationship between mothers and their children. She discusses how to build strong, loving, and trusting connections with kids that will last well into adulthood. She emphasizes that the foundation of this relationship is built on mutual respect, listening, and being present. Kuzmic outlines ways to foster emotional intelligence in children by encouraging them to express their feelings and teaching them how to navigate their emotions in healthy ways. She also stresses the importance of providing a secure environment where children feel safe to explore, fail, and learn. The chapter is filled with practical advice for creating a home that promotes strong communication and connection, including tips on how to be more present with your children, even on busy days. Kuzmic believes that the key to a strong relationship with our kids lies in being consistent, loving, and genuinely interested in their lives. She reminds readers that being emotionally available is one of the greatest gifts a mother can give. Chapter 13. Coping with the hard days. Every mother faces tough days, when things don't go as planned, when frustration takes over, or when exhaustion sets in. In this chapter, Kuzmic addresses the inevitable struggles that mothers face and how to cope with them. She encourages readers to recognize that bad days don't define us, and that it's okay to have moments of weakness. Kuzmic reflects on times when she felt overwhelmed by the demands of motherhood and shares the coping strategies she used to get through the hardest moments. From taking a break to reaching out for support, she provides practical tips for managing stress and staying grounded during difficult times. The key message is that it's okay to have bad days. Instead of pretending to be supermom, Kuzmic reminds readers that vulnerability is strength, and asking for help or simply taking a moment to reset can make a huge difference. She also highlights the importance of self-compassion, allowing ourselves to acknowledge that we're doing the best we can under challenging circumstances. Chapter 14. The Importance of Play and Fun. This chapter explores the role of play and fun in the lives of both mothers and children. Kuzmic highlights how, in the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to forget the importance of laughter, play, and simple enjoyment. Yet these moments of joy can be transformative for both mental health and family bonds. Through humorous anecdotes, Kuzmic shares how she created playful moments with her children, even in the midst of routine chores or stressful situations. She underscores that play doesn't have to be extravagant. It can be as simple as a dance party in the kitchen or a goofy family game night. Kuzmic emphasizes that play is essential for both children's development and adult well-being. She encourages mothers to reconnect with their inner child and prioritize fun, because it's often the small, joyful moments that help us stay grounded and happy in the midst of life's chaos. Chapter 15. You Are Not Alone. Kuzmic wraps up the book with a powerful chapter that reminds readers that they are not alone in their struggles. She discusses how isolation can be one of the hardest aspects of motherhood and how reaching out to others for connection, support, and encouragement is essential. Drawing on her own experiences, Kuzmic reflects on times when she felt disconnected or overwhelmed and how leaning on her friends, family, and even her community gave her the strength to keep going. She encourages readers to build support networks and to realize that motherhood, with all its challenges and joys, is meant to be shared with others. The message in this chapter is clear. It's okay to ask for help, to share your journey with others, and to be vulnerable with the people who care about you. Mothers don't have to face everything alone. There is strength in community, and leaning on others can make all the difference. Conclusion. Hold on, but don't hold still. In the final reflections of Hold On, but Don't Hold Still, Kuzmic brings it all together with an empowering message of hope and resilience. She acknowledges that motherhood can be difficult, messy, and overwhelming at times, but encourages readers to hold on through the storms and keep moving forward even when things feel stagnant. She reminds mothers that growth happens in the mess, and that by embracing imperfections, asking for help, and staying flexible, they can find joy and meaning in the everyday moments of life. Life may not always be perfect, but it is rich, meaningful, and full of opportunities for growth, connection, and love. Kuzmic's concluding message is that while we can't control everything, we can control how we respond. By holding on to our values and goals, but not holding still in the face of challenges, we open ourselves to growth and a deeper connection with our children, our communities, and ourselves. Read the book to learn more. If you are liking the series, please subscribe and press the like button. Thank you.